Today, we're breaking down 5 ways demons react when your light exposes their darkness. Why do certain people despise you without cause? Why do some gossip, slander, or try to undermine you? And most importantly, how should you respond? If you've ever felt misunderstood, mistreated, or outcast without explanation, you need to hear this. This is a spiritual battle, and you need to understand what's happening. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn will change how you see every encounter from now on. Let's get into it. Your presence alone carries power, not because of who you are, but because of who lives within you. When you walk into a room as a chosen one of God, you bring His light with you, and that light disturbs the darkness. You may have noticed it, people tensing up, giving you cold stares, or acting strangely hostile for no reason. It's not personal, it's spiritual. Demons operating in people cannot stand the presence of God in you. Your very existence challenges the spirits controlling them. The peace you carry disrupts their chaos. The authority you walk in threatens their influence. Even without speaking, your presence alone convicts the darkness, making those under its grip uncomfortable. Think of it like turning on a light in a pitch-black room. Everything hiding in the shadows is suddenly exposed. Some people will be drawn to that light, while others, those comfortable in their darkness, will despise it. They may attack you, mock you, or try to bring you down, not realizing that their reaction is spiritual. Jesus Himself faced this. Wherever He went, demons recognized Him instantly and reacted with fear and aggression. If He experienced it, so will you. The spirits in people sense what their minds cannot comprehend. They resist you, not because of anything you've done, but because they fear the power that walks with you. The key is to recognize what's happening and not take it personally. Stay firm in your faith. Don't dim your light to make others comfortable. Instead, let it shine even brighter, knowing that your very presence is proof of God's power at work. When darkness reacts, it only confirms that your light is shining exactly where it's needed. Your light does more than just shine, it reveals. When you carry the presence of God, you become a mirror, forcing others to see themselves in a way they may not want to. It's not just about your kindness, faith, or peace. It's about what those qualities awaken in others. For some, your confidence in God is inspiring. It stirs something in them, making them question their own path and seek truth. But for others, your light is unsettling. It reminds them of the sins they've ignored, the compromises they've made, and the emptiness they've tried to bury. They may not understand why they feel uncomfortable around you, but deep down, your presence exposes what they'd rather keep hidden. This is why you'll encounter 2 types of people: those drawn to you and those who resist you. Some will see your peace and want to know the source. They'll ask questions, seek your guidance, and desire the same relationship with God that you have. But others will resent you for it. They may mock your faith, challenge your beliefs, or even try to make you feel small, anything to avoid confronting what your light forces them to see. But here's the truth. Their reaction is not your burden. Your role isn't to dim your light for their comfort, but to keep shining. The discomfort they feel is an opportunity for transformation. Some will reject it, but others will be changed by it. So stand firm, knowing that your light isn't just illuminating your path. It's revealing the way for others, whether they accept it or not. When you carry the light of Christ, your presence is not just seen, it is felt in the spiritual realm. The forces of darkness recognize who you are before you even speak. Just as demons trembled in the presence of Jesus, they react when they sense the same spirit dwelling in you. This isn't superstition, it's spiritual reality. The enemy operates in deception and secrecy, thriving where darkness remains unchallenged. But when you walk into a room filled with the presence of God, that illusion shatters. Your very existence disrupts demonic influence, exposing lies, breaking chains, and shifting atmospheres. The spirits that once held power over people or situations begin to feel threatened. Have you ever noticed sudden hostility from someone without provocation? Perhaps a peaceful moment turns tense for no reason. These aren't random occurrences, they're spiritual reactions. The enemy will use people's emotions, insecurities, and even their past wounds to resist the light in you. The goal? To discourage, intimidate, or silence you. This is why spiritual warfare isn't always loud battles. It often manifests through everyday interactions. You may face mockery, slander, or isolation, but it's not personal. It's a response to the power within you. The enemy cannot afford for you to walk boldly in your calling, so he will attempt to make you doubt yourself or shrink back. But here's the truth. Darkness has no authority over light. No demonic force can overpower the presence of God in you. Your task is not to retreat, but to stand firm. Keep praying, keep shining, and keep walking in purpose. The enemy's resistance is proof that you are a threat to his plans. Stay vigilant, because your presence carries the power to shift the spiritual realm. Not everyone will react to your presence the same way. Some will be drawn to your light, inspired by your faith, peace, and confidence. Others, however, will resent it. Your presence reminds them of things they've ignored, broken dreams, unhealed wounds, or a spiritual void they refuse to confront. Light reveals, and for some, that exposure is uncomfortable. It forces them to see themselves clearly, and not everyone is ready for that. They may misinterpret your faith as arrogance, your peace as superiority, or your kindness as an act. Instead of seeking transformation, they project their discomfort onto you, mocking, gossiping, or even trying to tear you down. But their reaction isn't really about you. It's about the contrast between their inner struggles and the light you carry. The way you live, the way you remain unshaken by things that trouble others, it challenges them. Some will admire it and seek to understand it. Others will feel threatened and try to pull you down. This is why discernment is essential. Not everyone who smiles at you has good intentions, and not everyone who opposes you is your enemy. Some are simply wrestling with their own darkness. Instead of taking offense, pray for them. Let your life be a testimony of God's grace, whether they accept it or not. Most importantly, don't dim your light to make others comfortable. You weren't called to fit in, you were called to stand out. Whether they admire or resent you, stay firm in your faith. Keep shining, because your light isn't just for you. It's a beacon, guiding those who are ready to step out of darkness and into truth. When you carry the light of Christ, you don't just walk into a room, you shift the atmosphere. Darkness cannot coexist with light, and the enemy knows this. Your presence alone disrupts his plans, and that makes you a threat. Satan's greatest weapon is deception. He thrives in confusion, sin, and spiritual blindness. But when you step in, carrying God's truth, his strongholds begin to shake. You bring clarity where there was chaos, conviction where there was compromise, and hope where there was despair. This is why opposition follows you. It's not random, it's strategic. Ever wondered why certain people suddenly turn against you? Why doors that seemed wide open suddenly slam shut? It's because the enemy is actively working to silence your influence. He knows that when you speak, people listen. When you move, things change. And when you pray, chains break. But here's the truth. Satan cannot stop what God has ordained. The more he fights, the more your light exposes his schemes. His goal is to discourage, isolate, and make you question your calling. He wants you to believe you're alone, that your impact is small, and that the battle is too overwhelming. But that's a lie. Your light isn't just a passive glow, it's a weapon. Every time you choose righteousness over compromise, faith over fear, and love over resentment, you weaken the enemy's grip. He may try to attack, but he's already defeated. Your job is to stand firm, keep shining, and never let the opposition dim your fire. because in the end, light always wins. Standing firm in your faith isn't just about endurance, it's about power. When you walk in God's light, resistance will come. Not everyone will celebrate your presence. Some will misunderstand you, others will resent you, and a few may even try to tear you down. But none of it should shake you. Your light isn't meant to blend in, it's meant to stand out. The enemy's greatest tactic is to make you doubt your calling. He wants you to feel isolated, discouraged, and exhausted. He will use people, circumstances, and even your own thoughts to convince you that your light is too much, that you should dim it to make others comfortable. Don't fall for it. The moment you shrink back, darkness wins ground. But when you continue to shine, you shift atmospheres. You disrupt the enemy's plans. You remind the world that God's presence is real, active, and unstoppable. Challenges will come, but they are not signs of defeat. They are proof of your impact. Every glare, every whispered insult, and every moment of resistance is confirmation that you are carrying something powerful. You don't need to fight back with anger or retreat in fear. Instead, stand firm in faith, rooted in the truth that no opposition can extinguish what God has placed inside you. Keep shining boldly. Keep walking with confidence. Your presence is doing more than you realize. You are a vessel of God's glory, and the darkness cannot overcome the light in you. So no matter what comes against you, hold your ground. You weren't called to be hidden. You were called to shine. Opposition isn't a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's proof that you're walking in your purpose. The light of Christ within you is powerful, and darkness cannot ignore it. When people react with hostility, envy, or resistance, understand that it's not personal, it's spiritual. Their spirits recognize what their minds do not. You carry something greater. But here's the key. Never dim your light to make others comfortable. Never shrink back just to avoid conflict. You were chosen to shine, to stand firm, and to disrupt the plans of the enemy. Every glare, every whisper, and every attempt to undermine you is nothing more than confirmation that you are a threat to darkness. So what should you do? Keep going. Keep shining. Pray for those who misunderstand you. Walk with wisdom, knowing that not everyone will celebrate your presence, but many will be drawn to it. Some will be convicted, others will be inspired, and a few will find their way to God because you refuse to give up. The enemy wants you to believe you're alone in this battle, but you're not. God is with you. His power is in you, and His light through you will never be overcome. Stay strong, chosen one. Keep shining.